I must have been in a really wild mood when I filmed this video. You're going to see why. Enjoy it. And remember to sign up for my newsletter, helenavery.substack.com. Totally free, not a scam. If you like this video, you're going to like my newsletter too. Let's have a look at what's going on Reddit. Do you guys use Reddit at all? I'm addicted to Makeup Addicts Canada, which is this like really gentle Reddit site. Not all the subreddits are gentle. A lot of them are pretty savage, especially any ones with guys. They can be kind of toxic places. But I do hang in there sometimes and have a look at what's going on and what's cooking. I've kind of given up on Facebook. I don't use Facebook too often. I find it sort of like a bad relationship you just keep going back to. So I've decided that's not my thing. So I moved on to Reddit, where it's like more bad relationships, but like they're not my relationships, so they don't matter. I don't know. It's kind of twisted logic. All right, grab your glass of wine, grab your coffee in my case, grab your tea, grab your drink of water. Let's get into this. And while we're here, could you do me a great big favor and give this a big old thumbs up? And remember to subscribe if you're enjoying it. Let's take a sip and get right into it. Let's first delve into men's hair advice. And these guys, they need help, okay? These guys need help. And what makes me qualified to give them help? Absolutely nothing. I'm a YouTuber. That makes me an expert on all things. Just joking. It makes me an expert on pretty much nothing. Okay, so let's look at this first guy's hair. Advice on how to grow hair down for thick and wavy hair types, almost like how women do. Hair growth has already been 3 months since haircut. Ooh, okay, so not entirely clear. This guy has really nice hair, doesn't he? Let's have a look here. I will only be using like anonymous photos, and I've been sort of cropping out their actual user names, even though a lot of them just use like fake names anyway on Reddit. But if you're really curious, you just have to go to male hair advice if you really want to look at all of these up close and see all the different pieces of advice these people got. What does he need to do? Just grow your hair. What else is there to say? I would say maybe he could look into like the curly guy hair method, which is just encourages those curls. I think that's what he's after. He has really nice hair, so I feel like he's gonna have a really nice result. But if I were this dude, I would just like leave this hair. This is nice looking hair. Don't do anything to it. This is like, I don't think it's gonna look better than this. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. Just hang around. I am gonna do the women, but I'm just gonna do the guys first because I thought, why not? Why not? And if you do go to this particular subreddit, the guys are so mean. Guys are really mean compared to women. Women tend to generally be pretty nice. Like if they're gonna give you some harsh piece of advice, they'll usually couch it in something nice, like much less direct. The guys are super direct, and you want to know what's worse even than this subreddit is the male hair loss subreddit. They're savage with each other. Some guy will be like, I'm 18, is my hairline receding? And all the guys will be like, yeah, dude, it's totally receding. It's so like overly honest. How do I fix my really fine wavy hair that sticks out? More volume? Or just find the right hairstyle. Okay, so he put this emoji here. I didn't put this. He did this to conceal his identity, which is a good call. Fine wavy hair. Okay, let's have a look. I feel like if I were a guy, my hair would kind of look like this. And I feel like when I had a pixie cut, it kind of did for the longest time. I think he needs to go shorter on the sides and just encourage those waves. If his hair is fine, it can't be that. Got a lot of volume, so that makes me think it's dry. So I think, again, you got to do a kind of curly girl. They need to rename that. Curly guy method, which would just be like much more moisture, much more hydration in the top of the hair to encourage those waves, and just take the sides down. Or, just grow it all out longer and wear a man bun or something like that. Okay, that's bad advice. Don't do that. You don't want a man bun, do you? No, you don't. But wait till you see the next one. Somebody wants a man bun. This guy. Trying to get my hair like the bottom right picture. Help? Dude, look at this guy in the bottom right picture. He's a straight up stud. Like who's gonna look like this guy? This dude's like a hunk. He looks like some sort of sexy Viking or something. It's very easy. You just have to just grow your hair out. Just grow your hair long. That's all. This guy just has like shoulder length hair, probably like around the length of my hair. Oh my God, speaking of my hair, who just asked us? It's not looking so good. Telling you people, look, did I say my hair was perfect? I never said my hair was perfect. So yeah, very simple. Grow your hair out. This guy has a lot of hair. This hunk here on the bottom, and it's kind of wavy. And I think this guy could do it. He could do it. Just has to grow it all out to one length. I said no man buns, but like there's always the guy who's going to be like, who's going to look hot in a man, like in a longer hair kind of a vibe. This is not a bun. This is like a man ponytail, but I mean, he's working it. I ain't going to criticize that. Tips for long, thin hair. So we ladies can relate, and welcome, guys. I'm not trying to exclude you from the discussion, but I would say just you got to snip the bottom. You got it. It's not doing anything for your hair, dude. Like, just get rid of it. That is my tip. But let's have a look here, because I did capture the description, or sorry, rather the advice that somebody gave. So let's just have a look at how the guys talk to each other on Reddit. You fully have a mullet. I feel like maybe you aren't looking for traditional advice. Okay, that's a savvy. That's pretty insightful. The guy's recognizing that this other guy's thing is not necessarily like a traditional businessman type haircut. Cool. Maybe it would help if we knew what you wanted to look like, or are there any photos of people that have the kind of hair that you want? I'm assuming it's not Joe Dirt. I'm dead. Welcome to the world of Reddit. I can't. Okay. Well, everybody, that wraps up the men's portion. Stay tuned now for the women's portion for female hair advice. Let's hop on over to that subreddit and see what they're yakking about. That was a lot. Okay. What is this renewal of wispy bang craze about? As someone who was a teen and adult in the 90s, so me too, and had the thin wispy bangs, I never had those, but anyhow, I can tell you they were a pain to style and really looked awful on everyone. What has sparked this sudden interest in the wispy bang? I thought the 90s throwback revival had already come and gone. Just trying to save you my pain. Have truer words ever been spoken? Wispy bangs suit no one. There are not many people who are gonna look good with wispy bangs. I'm gonna show you some evidence of which I speak. Let's have a look here at Winona Ryder, one of the foremost beauties of the 90s, one of the most beautiful actresses then and now. Timeless beauty. This is what she looked like with the wispy bangs. If Winona Ryder doesn't look good in wispy bangs, chances are very, 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 very high that you're not going to look good in them either. Just saying. Someone wrote as a response, COVID crazies, aka boredom. So yeah, I think that a lot of people are cutting their hair out of boredom or just wanting a new look. And I'm telling you, messing up big time with your bangs is not the way to go about it. Is it hard to trim your own bangs? Be conservative. That's like my, you can always go back and take out more. Just maybe wait till the next day, even if you're trying to do it on your own. Like, you don't want to do it all in one fell swoop. It's probably not going to look good. So speaking of bangs, we had to go there. Caption, I effed up today. Please send help. I feel so bad. I feel so bad. I feel so bad for this person. Oh my goodness. I don't know what to say. Maybe just wait till you see a hairdresser. These are so short. I don't know what to say. They're just mini bangs. They're just baby bangs, and you're just gonna have to kind of live with them. And I don't think you should do anything until you see a hairdresser who can maybe help you just even them out a little bit. But I wouldn't cut a single strand more out of them. Push them away. Maybe wear a headband. Style them off to the side. Like, part your hair here and just really pull them over with like gel and make a part out of them. Girl, what did you do? I don't even know what to say. I'm speechless. But I feel bad because I feel like a lot of people did this, and it'll take a while to grow those out. So have patience. That's my advice. Another photo. So we see here, I don't think that's her. I think that's a photo of like what she would like her hair to look like. I just say this because she scratched out her face in the other ones. And so it just makes sense that maybe this is an inspiration photo. It's not entirely clear. I struggle with my hair. It's frizzy, thick, and dry. I straighten it every day to try to achieve the top right picture of my hair. The other pictures are my hair on day 2, letting it dry and using no heat on it. Any advice on how to tame it without having to use heat on it every day? Girl, you need a haircut. You have too much hair. You just have too much hair. It's too long, it's too dry, it's too frizzy, and you maybe need to think about like deep conditioning your hair big time to push some more hydration. A lot of people have mentioned the curly girl method below in the advice that was given here, and I would 100% say that's a good idea. I don't love the curly girl method at all. In fact, I think it's kind of way too much, but I think in this case, this hair is so dry and frizzy looking, and I see like such a distinct wave pattern up at the top that I feel like it actually could do this kind of hair a world of good. I've never had my hair that long because it's just too unmanageable, but when your hair is that long, you're probably gonna have unmanageable hair unless you're willing to put in a lot of work to fix it. So that is my completely amateur advice. Just moisturize the heck out of it. Leave-in conditioners are your friend. Okay, here's just a question without pictures. I took out my tape in extensions, but there's still lots of tape in my hair. What can I use to get the tape out of my hair? Please help, I can't get to a hairdresser as they are closed. This is why I do not recommend tape in hair extensions. I've read so much stuff about people saying it just pulls their hair out, the glue's stuck in it, it doesn't look good, you can see the tape, just on and on and on. I just don't think they're a good idea. And in fact, if you're worried about like hair thickness, volume, thinning hair, hair loss, I'm just gonna go on the record and say like I don't necessarily think extensions are the best idea. I feel like maybe you're better off experimenting with clip-in extensions, or even a topper or something like that, or just like the big one piece, like a halo, what they call a hair halo that can add volume without doing anything as sort of semi-permanent as the tape. Because do you want to be this person with glue or tape? She got a response though, and the person responded, try coconut oil. So I don't know if that works or not, but hopefully it does, because who wants to have tape stuck in their hair? Ooh. All right, here's one I actually am qualified to answer. Can anyone help with these baby hairs at my temple? They won't style flat even with a hair iron. Yeah, okay. Well, if you style them with a hair iron, they're still gonna look flat and piecey like this. This is pretty easy. What you need is a toothbrush, and you need how to learn how to tame your edges basically and flatten them down. You need a hairbrush and some sort of like pomade or something sticky, maybe even a gel, but you need something for edging your hair. So that's what you're gonna look up in terms of like YouTube videos or like just even on Instagram, stuff like that. You need to learn how to tame your edges. And it's easy once you learn how. Last one, here we go. Any kind of advice for when I finally can get a haircut? Annoyed with long, heavy, thick, frizzy, wavy hair to BC. So she knows her hair wave type. For those of you who don't know, wavy curly hair is categorized anywhere from like the 2s to the 4s. So this person knows how wavy your hair is, so that's good. Annoyed with long, heavy, thick, frizzy, wavy hair. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty thick hair that doesn't really do anything well. Thanks in advance. Okay, so you, my dear, have high maintenance hair, whether you want to admit it or not. A lot of people are saying to do the curly girl method. I think she said in this one she's not like a big fan of it. Again, I hate to be the person who's like, you need to cut your hair, but like you probably need to cut your hair. That's just too much hair. If you went to your shoulders, you'd probably be a lot happier. It would move a lot more and get a lot of layers. Or you know what? Here's even better advice. Go to a curly hair specialist, even though you don't necessarily have curly hair. Like when you're in the 2s, it's not really curly, it's more wavy hair. Go to a good curly hair specialist because they know how to take down the poofiness. They're really good at that. I used to get that done when I had a ton of hair. Obviously, I have no need for it now. As you can see, I don't have a ton of hair, but when I had a big, huge mane of wavy hair, the best thing that I used to do was go to a curly hairdresser, and she would just like take these tunnels. She would take these like tunnels, these pieces out of the back, and they would grow in naturally and nicely. But just because there was just so much volume coming from like that part and below, my hair was so poofy and thick, I don't have that problem anymore. A good curly hair specialist will help you take the volume down so you can go shorter and you don't get a triangle, because we do not want the dreaded triangle hair. I hope you enjoyed that. We went through all the recent stuff I could find from Reddit. Thanks so much for spending your time here with me. I hope you enjoyed this. Remember to like, subscribe, and we'll see you soon.